Hello, folks. This story was sent to me by a subscriber and is intended for educational purposes only. Thank you for watching. 5-meo DMT, 45 mg. The coffee shop conspiracy. I was never really into coffee shops. The smell of burnt beans, the hipsters glued to their laptops, and the endless chatter always made me feel like an alien in my own city. But that afternoon, feeling restless and curious, I found myself sitting in a quirky little place called the Cosmic Grind. The walls were plastered with surreal art, melting clocks, cats with third eyes, and swirling galaxies. I ordered black coffee and pulled out the tiny vial of 5-meo DMT I'd been saving for a special occasion. Today felt like that day. I measured out exactly 45 mg and vaporized it with my portable pipe. The burn was sharp but brief, and within seconds the world dissolved like sugar in hot water. Coffee shop was gone. In its place was an endless void, yet somehow filled with everything: colors, sounds, emotions, and a sense of infinite knowledge compressed into a single point. I was no longer me. I was the barista, the customer, the tables, the swirling steam from my coffee cup, and the quiet hum of the espresso machine all at once. Suddenly, a talking espresso machine appeared before me. It wasn't mechanical, more like a wise old sage with brass fittings and glowing dials for eyes. "Welcome, seeker," it said in a gravelly voice. "You've come for the secret blend, haven't you?" I nodded dumbly, because how else does one respond to a talking coffee machine in a cosmic void? The machine began to explain the grand conspiracy of the universe, centered around coffee. Apparently, coffee was the true source of human consciousness. Every sip connected us to a vast cosmic network of energy and secrets. But beware, it warned, for there are dark forces that want to control the caffeine flow and keep humanity in the dark. As I listened, the void morphed into the interior of a psychedelic coffee shop that existed between dimensions. The baristas were a mix of interdimensional beings: a neon octopus juggling espresso cups, a squirrel with wings expertly grinding beans, and a robot with built-in French press. They bustled around, preparing brews that could alter reality itself. A mysterious figure, wearing a trench coat and oversized sunglasses, slid into the booth across from me. "You're late to the awakening," he whispered, pulling out a newspaper with headlines like "Coffee Beans Spark Galactic Revolutions" and "Espresso Machines Declare Independence." His eyes glowed with caffeinated fervor as he leaned in. "The last thing they want you to know is the truth about the secret coffee blends, each one a key to unlocking new levels of perception." Suddenly, the walls shimmered, revealing an underground coffee council, plotting to monopolize the universe's coffee supply. They were led by a giant sentient mocha pot with a crown made of coffee filters. The announcer debated ways to keep the cosmic coffee monopoly intact by spreading bland, tasteless coffee and luring humans into addictive, mind-numbing routines. Feeling rebellious, I grabbed a steaming cup from the neon octopus. As I took a sip, I was flooded with visions of far-off galaxies where coffee plants grew on floating islands guarded by giant hummingbirds, and people could teleport simply by concentrating on the aroma of freshly brewed espresso. The trench coat guy winked and said, "You've got the recipe now. Spread it wisely. The revolution starts with a single cup." The entire coffee shop began to vibrate and pulse like a living heart. And then, just as suddenly as it started, I was back in the cosmic grind. The ordinary sounds of grinding beans and clinking cups greeted me. I looked around. The barista was a normal human. The customers were glued to their screens, and the neon octopus was just a poster on the wall. But in my hand, I still held the empty cup, and the taste of cosmic rebellion lingered on my tongue. I smiled, knowing that beneath this mundane surface, a caffeinated universe was waiting to be awakened, one sip at a time.